Ni hao, and welcome back to the Chinese campaign. So, we're probably gonna have a pretty big battle today. We're gonna be fighting this. And also, hopefully this is actually 100% chance to succeed, as it says. That could be a mistake though, because this is also, it's actually dropped down to 72%. But they haven't filled the minimum requirements, and the turn ticker, like, it's always 6 turns out from completion. So last turn it was 3 out of 9, now it's 4 out of 10. So it doesn't actually tick up. This is also shown as 100%. We're gonna see what happens when I move some of these ships down here to fight these. I'm gonna move them back though in time for the invasion, hopefully. So yeah, I guess we're gonna find out what is broken and what is working with how the invasion chances are shown. And that was a very quick turn load. I didn't even have time to pause the recording. So at least that is good. Bunch of admirals getting warned. Yes, Germany. You can have peace. You can stop sinking my transports. And we're gonna attack the port. And here we go. That is exactly the battle I was after. Got some of these new Jingsheng 3 class DDs in the mix, which is nice. And they've got yeah, it's one of these Rosa class battleships, 2.2 billion with 12 19.2 inch guns. And they got 4 of these Sakralega class. But, oh no, wait, that's a refit. Only 700 million for 12 15.6 inch guns. What did they do to make it, to cut the cost in half? Went from almost 1.7 billion down to under 800 million. Well, they made them slower, that's for sure. Same main armament though. How many of these are refit? Only the one. So hopefully this is going to keep all the other capital ships back at 19.6 knots. Tancredi class battlecruiser, 4 billion. 9 17.5s. That's some impressive firepower. On our side, we got the brand new Chubin, which we saw in combat last episode. It now has a veteran crew after that battle. We got the Chima and the Heatsen. Hopefully they've gotten some of their ammo back in the 2 months since their last action. Now, let's see how this is gonna work. Weather is nice. Let's get organized. Yes, battle cruisers, you can just follow the battleships for now. DDs, I want them in 2 squadrons of 3. They're all 39 knot DDs now, so it doesn't really matter which class is in which group. They all kind of just do the same thing. Heavy cruisers, you can just follow the battle cruisers. How are we on ammo for these? Seems pretty good. And the, come on here, light cruisers. Are you all the same class? I'm just gonna waste your potential at the start and just have you follow the heavy cruisers. till I figure out what to do with you. Shima has already spotted the enemy, thanks to her amazing tower spotting. Let's take a look at these battleships. That is their battle cruiser. I'm kind of curious about that. It's almost good looking, aside from some weird secondary stuff. It's got some armor, enough to protect from high explosives. But other than that, Citadel 3 and triple bottom, anti-torp 3 shouldn't be super high on the resistance scale. That is their big battleship. Is that the same hull as... No, it isn't. .2's 40-kilometer range. They are Mark 3s. I mean, it has armor where it counts. Main belt and main deck. And turrets. So that's pretty good. Single hull bottom, Citadel 3. Anti-torp 2. And I'm pretty sure this hull does not have the greatest base resistance, and in addition, minus beam and draft. So it should not be... how far away are they? 57 kilometers. So, out of range by quite a bit. Yeah, it shouldn't be super survivable, that battleship. Which is nice. I think I'm going to make it the primary target of my own battleships, at least to begin with. Get it out, and then start focusing on the other battleships. I think the 18s on the Chubin should be fairly well equipped. Dealing with that, they can go through the belt, they can go through the deck. And Jubin is already in range. Yeah, Sakralega is the one keeping them all back. Let's have the Italians on the thumbnail today. Like that, I guess. Yes. That is nice. Where was the one with the big guns? Are you hiding in the smoke? Yeah, you were. Cristoforo Colombo. You are the main target of Chubin. Heatsen. You're gonna keep targeting that. Shoyima, not quite in range. You can spot them, but you can't shoot them. Drop you down to whatever is the cruising speed of Chubin. Well, Yeah, Shima is a little bit faster than the others. Slightly wasted potential there in terms of speed. Oh, great. Now I'm hiding my targets with my own smoke. Amazing. Amazing how radar works. And there, I think, is where we start picking out some targets for the torpedoes. Iride, Gulnara, Sakralega. You may launch. Let's see, are you in a good angle? Sakralega, Cristoforo Colombo. No, that one. And this one. Yes. Excellent. That should be pretty good torpedo coverage. You all launched. Nice. Longwa sinks. Couldn't you have targeted one of my my cheaper DDs? Not the really expensive one? Anyway, back to the battleships. I guess I need to reselect your targets. Yes, because you're all firing at the DD. That is definitely not what I want you to fire at. And Shima, I guess, a heavy cruiser. But here come the torpedoes. First 3 hits on the same cruiser. There's another DD lost. Dud torpedo on a battleship. But we're getting some live torpedoes too. Including on the battleships. That is pretty nice. I don't know, keep going. How about you two? Are you in good shape? Yeah, you are. You can try again. Battle cruisers are targeting what now? A light cruiser. I guess I want you guys to spread out your fire a little bit too. What kind of armor are we looking at for the light cruisers? 2 inches, 1.6, 2.1 for that one. the heavy cruisers. 8.7. 5.3. Okay. So I can forget about that, battle cruisers. Finish off the lights first. And then I guess the heavy cruisers will be battleship food later on. There we go. Getting some revenge on the enemy DDs. After the Italians slapped mine around for a bit. Chengde and Jingqing 3 both reloaded. Datian also reloaded. You're gonna go again. I got 13 torpedo hits though, but a lot of those were on like one very unlucky heavy cruiser taking... It only took one. Which one took 3? You took 3, but barely any damage. Must have hit at a bad angle, and I guess 2 of them were duds. Yeah, Chubin is still targeting Cristoforo Colombo. Let's see, are you in torpedo range yet? Yeah, you are. Excellent. You've already got 2 pretty juicy targets. But let me still... no, wait. You and you. There we go. How about you? Are you in range with your torpedoes? Not quite yet, because you're chasing. But at least you have 10 torpedoes at the ready. Both of you have launched. You're out of here. Let's have a battlecruiser take care of that lone little DD. And you may just launch whenever you're ready. That was uncalled for. Fine, that target then. If it's easier to hit, there we go. Torpedo hits. Now my DDs are all done. Their job, it's up to the guns. At least we've done some more damage with the torpedoes. I didn't quite see what the second wave from these two did. I was busy trying to make that one work. So I guess we sank a light cruiser. Cristoforo Colombo is in pretty good shape, all things considered. Principe Carlo also. I think we're about to lose that DD. Just took a pretty mean hit. Shaima, you can target this battlecruiser. But we got some torpedoes into the mix from it. Sadly, they didn't do much. One dud hit on a cruiser, but at least they reached the enemy main formation. And here comes the weather. That's gonna be a little bit annoying. Especially because it gets so hard to see what my ships are actually targeting. Because these red target lines are also hidden by the fog. In any case, yes, battlecruisers, you can go back to firing at the enemy heavy cruisers. That was a pretty big hit. What was that? It was a 16.3 from Heatsen. Taking a very chunk out of Principe Carlo and actually sinking her. Now we just need to be able to do that a couple more times. What are you targeting now, Heatsen? I want you to target this. Belay that. I want you to target that one. Shoima Irida. While Trubin continues trying to hit Cristoforo Colombo. Hopefully we get some better weather. Also, I spy a couple of light cruisers. Fusho, Amalfi. No, okay. Guess you don't need to target Amalfi. Do these light cruisers have torpedoes? That is a question. This one has torpedoes. You have torpedoes. Long-range torpedoes, and you have launched. And here they are. I can't see them. Ugh. Okay, you two are done. There we go. Painting Chan and Heju. We're gonna be hunting these two light cruisers. Meanwhile, I need to check what my battleships are firing at. Because they might have changed targets again. Where's Cristoforo Colombo? What are you targeting, Chubin? I can't see your line. You're targeting this one. Fine, until Cristoforo shows up again. Her minimum beam and draft is making her difficult to spot. See, there we go. Kataro. Gonna take these two out. No, keep targeting the one you were shooting at. Don't switch on me. So annoying. Nice. Now you can refollow Feng Tian. Has Cristoforo showed up again? No. Still hiding. Chubin, you can cease fire until your target returns. Eaton. And Shoima. Don't quite have the range for that. Okay, both of you target Irida. There's of course the possibility that Cristoforo sank when I wasn't looking, but I should be able to see it still. Principe Carlo still is not fully gone down beneath the waves. I should also try to get a little bit closer, but my battle line is not the fastest. I think that's Cristoforo. And I think Irida is going down now. You may switch. Just assuming it's gonna sink. There's no further threat anyway, so I can finish her off with cruisers. Or if needs be, secondaries. Vintaglio is in pretty good shape. Battle cruisers, are you targeting this? Which you should. What kind of armor does Vintaglio have? 12 and 9 inches. It's a pretty tough armor scheme. Especially when, again, I am running out of that AP. Well, Heatsun actually has AP. Plenty of it. And making good use of it. Okay, Shoima, you can just finish off Irida. I think. Is that my primary target? No, it isn't. There we go, finally! Weather improved. Are you not doing your top speed here? No, because you're, like, why wouldn't you speed up until you reach the cruisers you were supposed to follow? That makes no sense. Anyway, here's Christopher. Actually, save all you. Yeah, that is so much nicer. Yeah, mostly ricochets from Heatsen. Jubin has just a couple rounds of AP left. And at not the greatest chance to hit. Gonna see if she can actually score. If she can get one good main deck penetration, that might be enough. He's at 5 AP rounds remaining. And 6.1% chance to hit. That's not amazing. Irida goes down. One AP round remaining. Still plenty of HE though. Comes the Hail Mary armor piercing round. And miss. Yeah, Saglio is very heavily angled. Shima almost out of ammo. Familiar scenario. Last round out from Heatsen. Still have the secondaries though. Battle cruisers are all dried out. Heavy cruisers have not actually fired their guns yet. Cristoforo Colombo sinks. What was that an HE pen? 18-inch gun hits the battleship main deck penetration for almost 13,000 damage. Very nice. Chubin got it done. Chubin will have to do it again. Gulnara, I think we're just gonna gun down with cruisers at short range. first, Vinsaglio, which is almost done. Should take a lot of fire damage when the structure is reduced by this much. There we go. Cleanup crews here. Why are you firing HE at a DD? I mean AP. When HE is what you should be using. There we go. Next battleship. Granada. Actually, we need to take care of these DDs first, because they're coming in kind of hot and heavy. Keep an eye on those torpedo launchers. They don't have a lot of torps, though. Augusto Riboti. I remember having a DD named that in my Italian campaign. There he goes, Gulnara. We're up next. Ooh, big hit on Sacralega. What was that? That just hit you. 18-inch. Chubin finally getting it done out of AP and just slapping things out of the out of existence with her HE. Pretty nice, I guess. Another one. These battleships are not completely out of commission yet. They're still striking back at my my cruisers. Wow, Quahad did not like that, and will in fact detach and leave the line. Probably won't survive. Nope. Went down. Don't switch. You can have your secondaries target the Sacralega. It is something, I guess. Went down to heavy flooding. And these two light cruisers now joining in murdering Gulnara. Hopefully before she can murder another one of my my heavy cruisers. Jubin now also joining in. Here comes the big 18-inch high explosives. And that was actually the kill shot. For 1,000 damage. And we're not done. There's something left. I can see a radar ping. It's not that far out. There we go, Maria Teresa. Are you out of range of the Chubin? I think you are. Is this an expensive heavy cruiser? One that I would like to... Yeah, 500 million. Not super expensive, but I'd still like to get it. And the RDF is pointing me in the direction of something else down here. I don't think I'm going to go hunting that, though. Seriously? Limited to 34 knots? Okay. Thankfully, Maria Teresa's aft guns have already been knocked out. She can't fire back at this angle. And there we go. Burned. And that was the last one. Yeah, pretty nice. 130,000 victory points. Lost one heavy cruiser, lost two DDs. This one is probably my most expensive loss. The Huladawa class. No, the cruiser. Actually a little bit more costly. But hey, that's a win. We've taken Thailand. Korean Empire wants to buy Mudang, or a Mudang class. It's a pretty solid profit, but I'm gonna need my shipyard soon for repairs and stuff like that. Argentina can have a couple of light cruisers. They don't weigh too much. Move you guys back in the zone. You're gonna need another group of DDs. Those are all being repaired. What do we have here? Chinchu, lots of DDs. Jingting 3. Another Huladao. Jingting 3. Jingting 3. Okay. As for my older Chongqing Bay class DDs, this one being repaired. This one also being repaired. These are in good order. They're going to be set to in being. And mothball. And hopefully someone is going to come by you. Take you off my hands. And all of these older Jing-Jings can be refit and gain a 39 knot top speed. Nice. Still says 100%. I'm not sure if I trust that. I mean, I'm twice the required tonnage, but usually you need to be at more than that to successfully invade, or at least to get a 100% chance. Okay. I guess we're going to next turn then. Let's see. War continues with Germany. Okay. Admirals getting fired and warned and whatnot. We've taken part of Japan. Oh, here we go. Colonel class heavy cruisers. 2 of them. And we got a good mix of Jing-Jing 1950s. And yeah. Alright. 12 10.1-inch guns. That's not bad for cruiser main armament. Let's give it a shot. Again, I'd like 2 squadrons with 3 DDs. So a couple of these have a top speed of 39 knots. Most of them have 38. Yeah, we're just gonna have to not worry about that too much. Yeah, let's see if we can find the enemy. There they are. Okay. Dessau and Vineta. Not bad. That's a lot like I would have built it. Well, except for the gap here, though. The guns seem to not be too bad. Cordite 2, kind of explosive. Armor is not super thick. And for some reason the fore and aft decks are thicker than the main deck. But yeah, let's see. Reduced ammo. These torpedoes are 14-kilometer torps. I don't think my guns are going to be super effective here. They have just enough armor to protect themselves from destroyer guns. I think they'd lose out in a 1v1 versus any of my own heavy cruisers, but against DDs, yeah, they do seem pretty well equipped. How's the angle here? Launch. And launch. You haven't launched. And now I went and made your target invisible with my own smoke. I can kind of see where they're firing from, though. We might be able to get something here. Maybe. Are we gonna go one? Yes, one hit on Dessau. Okay. Are we gonna get one more? Yes. 2 hits on Dessau. And a flash fire on Dessau. That is pretty nice. That's a good start. Vineta is still going pretty quickly. Still is not adjusted down to the speed of Dessau. So I want to not launch quite yet. At least Dessau should be a pretty predictable target. They're gonna launch all of these torps at her. Meanwhile, these will be moving closer to Vineta. Before launching. And hopefully surviving long enough to get a little bit closer. Yeah, looking good on Dessau. Vineta is trying to retreat. Still not worrying too much about the Dessau being slowed down, apparently. And having another wave of torpedoes closing in on her. Oh, she's gonna avoid all of them though. We are in gun range. This squadron will just have to try and gun down the Dessau. You've actually launched your own torpedoes? As did Dessau. Yeah, I think I can see your torpedoes there. They're not the stealthiest type of torpedo. I think Dessau is about to go down. You may now launch. You may now start maneuvering to avoid my own torpedoes. And oh, one of you actually had torpedoes left. And launched at Dessau. No hits, but still. Are we gonna get some on Vineta? No. No, we ain't. But the guns are starting to do work. Even though low on ammo. Dessau sinks. I think we're gonna get Vineta too, even with not a single torpedo hit. Just hundreds upon hundreds of 5-inch hits. Yeah, that poor ship. There she goes. Yeah, you can still overwhelm larger ships with very high volume of fire from small caliber guns, but it does take a lot more than it used to. In like 1.4, 1.3, that would be a couple seconds of fire on each of those cruisers, and they'd just be extensive fire kills in no time. And I think that is it for now. Korean Empire still wants to buy a Mudeng. 105% profit though. And I do actually have the spare tonnage or spare capacity. And I guess it would be nice to have the Koreans have a proper battleship to help me out with. But again, I need to be repairing my own ships soon, because quite a few of them are damaged. And yeah, there we go. Took Honshu. Yes, those DDs are for sale. And what I should be doing last turn, which I didn't, was reposition some of the ships that were taking Thailand. Because they're just sitting here now. First of all, you guys can just move to Hangzhou. While this task force here let's see which East Asia. Just need to be repositioning to take some other parts of Japan. Because I do just kind of want Japan out of the game. Like this fleet here was technically still in the Sea of Japan. Okay, okay. And yeah, the Italian naval invasion went away. Because it ticked up over, I think, 11 turns. 11 or 12 is the maximum. If you've not been able to fill your naval invasion by then and start making it tick down, it just instantly fails. So yeah, their chance of success was not accurate. So that's something to know, that when the enemy supposedly has a naval invasion with supposedly 100% chance to succeed, they don't actually. It's another bug introduced so they can fix it later. And we'll have to continue this later. Goodbye, and take care.